about the register of an overseas entity and what exactly it is you should know. Now, if you have an overseas entity and you intend to use that overseas entity in order to either buy, sell, or transfer land or property in the UK, then it's important that you take the right approach in order to do this to avoid any potential complications arising through the process and also avoid a situation where you might even be penalized. Now, to start with, it's really important to understand what exactly we mean by an overseas entity. So in this instance, an overseas entity might mean it's an overseas company, it's an overseas trust, or in some instances, it might even be applicable to an overseas partnership. Let's talk about when exactly it is that you would need to register your overseas entity. Now, at the point at which you're looking to buy or sell any land or indeed any type of property here in the UK, then it's going to be imperative that you register your overseas entity. And by registering your overseas entity, you will then be granted a unique overseas entity ID number, which will then be registered with the land registry as well. And that process will enable you to be able to commence the process of either buying and or selling the land or property that you wish to buy with your overseas entity or sell in the UK. It's important to understand that without you obtaining the overseas identification number, then you are actually going to be hindered from either making that purchase or indeed selling that particular property or land here in the UK with your overseas entity. Let's talk about some of the potential consequences that might arise if you actually fail to register your overseas entity. Now, if you fail to register your overseas entity here in the UK, some of the key issues that might arise might include delays with regards to the property transactions that you're trying to do with that overseas entity. So for instance, if you're trying to buy land, or if you're trying to sell the land or transfer the land or property here in the UK using that overseas entity, then you should know that you will be experiencing significant delays, because essentially if you fail to register it, then without your overseas ID, that particular purchase that you're trying to do, that particular sale that you're trying to make in the UK will not be able to proceed. Now, another potential consequence of failing to register your overseas entity in the UK might be that you are actually imposed a daily hefty fine of approximately £2,500 per day by Companies House. Now, this is usually in the worst case scenario, but it is definitely worth knowing that if you fail to register your overseas entity before trying to proceed with some of the activities that I've mentioned earlier in the video, then you could potentially find that you are being penalized by Companies House, and the penalties are quite severe. The next thing that might happen if you actually fail to register your overseas entity here in the UK might be business disruption. So you might experience, delays with regards to the legal aspect of actually selling or buying that property, okay, or indeed the financing or lease aspect in relation to the property or indeed the land in question, because of course without the particular overseas ID, then that will ultimately start to create delays with regards to other particular aspects that you need to complete to actually proceed with either the purchase or the sale of the land and or property here in the UK. It's important to understand that once you've actually registered your overseas entity, you will be required to make annual statements on a yearly basis, and you will usually have to make those annual statements even if the information on the register remains unchanged. So it's important to be aware of this fact, because some people might actually feel as though, well, there's nothing that needs to be changed, so therefore they fail to make an annual statement, and this could then lead to your overseas entity being removed from the register altogether. So it is important to bear this in mind if and when you are looking to actually register your overseas entity on the register. Now, hopefully this video has been useful to share with you some of the key facts that you need to know about the register of overseas entity, when you need to actually register your overseas entity, and also what some of the potential consequences of failing to register your overseas entity might be. Now, if you need some help, support, and guidance in terms of actually registering your overseas entity, then do use the link in the description box below to contact us for more information on how we can support you to registering your overseas entity.